IMHO Talk Show.
That's right. That's right. You know what it is. IMHO Talk Show. You could be anywhere in the world, but you are here with us, Sir Charles.
AA Ron G.
Hey, Ron is in the booth in the building with me. So happy to have my brother with me. And I am also so delighted and happy to have some good folks in our community that's doing big things, doing good things for the community. And when we got in touch with each other, we just couldn't wait to get them on the calendar, on the schedule, to come let the folks know, to introduce to some and present to others, none other than Blessing Brothers. And I believe my brother Raekwon Jones is the head of that.
Yes, sir.
That's right. So doing great mentoring through multiple facets, including youth basketball, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. And so he has his team with him today too. Have my brother Jaquan back here. Has Pertel Gilmore, the man, the myth, the legend, is in the building with us once again. And if y'all haven't checked out Pertel's books, y'all make sure y'all look that brother up as well. A great literature telling his story, very inspirational. And they also have a sister with them today, Sharita, and she came.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
And she came to give us a little intro as to the work that they're doing. So Sharita, we want to kick it over to you first to kind of set the stage for us.
Yes, and we really appreciate y'all having us here. So I am here to support Raekwon Jones and Jaquan Jones, who are the big people of their company, which is Brothers Blessings. Okay. I'm here to support them and introduce them to, because I have seen these young men grow from young boys and from their childhood up until where they are now. And all I can say is really a blessing. Like it's wonderful to watch them grow. It's like planting a seed and just sitting there and just watching it, grow.
Love it.
So anybody knows that I've been in these young fellas' lives since they were babies. I've seen them like just grow. I've seen them like, just it's like amazing. And their mother, who is Rochelle, and I salute to her, she's done wonderful with these kids. But anybody know, like I was saying, Ray and Moosey, I call him Moosey, Jaquan.
Giving out the Secret Service names now. Like
they've been with me, and anybody know who they live with me. And when I seen Ray on social media and his vision, and I said, oh gosh, he wants to do things for the community, for the youth. I got to make it happen. And I seen I had to make it happen. I didn't know what we were going to do. So me and Mr. Gilmore, we came together and we put these young men visions together, and their vision is wonderful because it's more working with the youth and getting them off the streets and everything like that. And it's wonderful because we always talk about, these kids could be out here doing anything, letting the streets raise them. But to see Jaquan and Raekwon to take their own personal time and to be with these young fellas and go into the gym with them, mentoring them, and mentor is the best thing for them, because I knew what their childhood was like and where they came from and how it wasn't hard, but their mother did the best that she could. She raised them well. And it's just a blessing. Like I said, it's like a seed put into the ground and just watch it grow into a beautiful flower.
That's good stuff. And so tell us the connection there, because folks know about the activist work that Pertel does, and I know you work with him. So was this something? Because I hear you saying how Raekwon had a lot of the sort of the gift and the unction to provide the service to the youth. But how do the two bridges, how do you all work together? Yeah, how y'all work together?
For Pertel Gilmore Solutions Publications, our vision is to build nonprofits up.
Okay.
We help them, which is Mr. Gilmore, who does all basically the work, hard work. We go find them the funding. We try to bring organizations together. We do more like into community service, giving back. We do homeless. We do events, and to bring them together, basically whatever Ray vision is, we try to make that happen. Because anything that could be small, we think it's small, it could be big. So to see his vision is not hard to try to make it happen. So we go out, we get the funding. He is a nonprofit, but it takes time. But Mr. Gilmore, like I said, he does the grants and everything. And me, whatever event Ray wants, I make it happen.
Gotcha.
He say, let's do a cookout for the homeless. Okay, we can do that.
Yeah.
So we reach out to people. We try to like Domino's, go to Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Tell them what we do because we want to give back to the community. That's Raised Rich and giving back to the community, giving back to the youth. And his basketball team, when we do community out stuff with the community, the homeless, they provide. They serve the homeless. They talk to them. You know, we have a DJ, Mr. Eric. Give a shout out to him.
Yeah.
When we do events, he's the DJ for the homeless. And you know, they're out there, and Ray team is out there. They're talking to them. You know, playing little. You know, the fellas, they're out there playing basketball with the homeless. You know, and they love it. So that's what we do.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, thank you, Sharita. How about we get Jaquan up to the mic as well? Appreciate you. But yeah, so Jaquan, go ahead and have a seat, man. Man, first of all, thank everybody here for coming and you young brothers. So Raekwon, I want to kick it to you first too, because you know folks see you sitting there and they're hearing your name mentioned a lot. Let's start because Sharita gave such a beautiful overview of how this came to be and what Blessing Brothers is about, man. Like, but first, just talk about you as a young man, right? Like, what put you on this path? What really is your driving force? What's your passion behind doing this?
Okay, so I graduated from Eastern Kentucky about 2-3 years ago, and I came back to Charlottesville, and I was trying to figure out like what was my purpose, like what was my drive in the community, and I seen that like kids they're looking for guidance, and I feel like I've been at the stage where that I can guide them there. You know, I graduated with a sports management degree, so therefore I feel like if I can come from this community and do it, I feel like you can too.
Yeah, love it. That's spot on. And then and Jaquan, where do you come into play, my man?
So I came into play. Well, I had went to school for 2 years in all sports. I played football, and I came back home. I started working at like a distribution center. So then we had worked at the middle school, and we was in a small room, and then we seen how how bad the kids were. You know what I'm saying? We like, dang, this is once us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, it's like now we know where to go with it. So then we started out like yo, let's make a Brothers Blessing business. I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And then from there, it just went on.
Yeah. And that's interesting that you said that about like seeing how bad the kids were, right?
Sir.
Because especially since y'all doing that work, and like you said, like you see yourselves in them.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel like that it's more misunderstood? You know, like when you see yourselves in them, you can recognize what they're going through, and sometimes they get painted as bad or classified as bad.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's your thoughts on that?
And my thoughts on that is like you're right. It is a misunderstanding. I mean, they just need some attention. You know, they just need to set a goal. They need to figure out like what they need to do, where they want to go, and how they want to go about life. Because you know, I'm a type of person that like I want to push for greatness. You know, I'm beside you. I'm chasing your dream.
Love it. So let's get a little deeper into Blessing Brothers, right? Like let the folks know about the actual services that Blessing Brothers provides, right?
Okay.
What does that outfit really looks like to the person getting their first introduction to it?
I would say like first introduction to it. So I say like mentoring. Our biggest thing is mentoring the kids because a lot of kids need mentoring. I had a mentor in high school that helped me out a lot, and I really go off him for real. So it's just like they really need mentoring, and then after that, like we was taking kids to like college visits and sending kids off to college because like nobody out there is pushing that extra for them. So we're gonna do that extra.
Gotcha.
Definitely, and I'll definitely shout out to Dr. Epps. You know, he really brought me into this mentoring thing. You know, because like changing people's lives is something that a lot of people want to do, but maybe it can't, or something like that. But as like we started the business, we seen kids change like over time of being in our program. Like one of the parents said, my kid was fighting. My kid was getting in trouble and stuff. Now he's straightened up. He got good grades. He's doing what he needs to do. And he said he appreciate us for, coming into his son's life to straighten him up.
Love it, man. Love it. I mean, I see you over there scratching your chin. I know you're thinking something.
As a fellow volunteer that works with young people on a constant basis, somebody just told me the other day that what you guys are doing is God's work. And don't forget that. And a lot of times when you guys are influencing and having impact and just having those conversations with the young people, y'all know that stuff means a lot more than anything that stuff people see on social media, because there's a lot of in the trenches work conversations that y'all have with these young people that is going to impact them every single day. You guys have an opportunity to have these real intimate conversations. And sometimes, Charles and I, it sounds like you guys are similar. We don't always have a safe black male that we can speak about, that we can speak with. You know what I'm saying? And so the fact that the creator, whatever y'all believe in, made you guys those safe spaces for those young people is to be commended. And just continue to keep taking it seriously because you guys are impacting people. Give me a little background. I know you talked about mentoring, but you guys are interacting with so many young men. What's like one of the main things, because I want you to touch on what you said again, one of the main things that you see is consistent when these young men are screaming for help, that it always seems to be a touch point for them.
So basically, like when they start to trust in you, they start texting you, they start asking you questions, they start, what do I do now? What do I like? You know what I'm saying? What's the next step? And now that I know that he trusted me to chase his dream, I chase it with him.
There you go.
And like when I was little, I didn't really have nobody to push me like that. You know what I'm saying? So I really had to push myself, like all the way through college. Like I used sports to get me through college,
right?
Because if it was no sports, I don't know where I would be. And like I said, like sports is probably the main thing I touch with the kids, because if they not in the streets and they in the gym, there's no point. You feel me? They won't they won't pick
Keep
up
the
no
time.
Yeah, you feel me?
Occupies their time.
Yeah, and like I deal with kids Monday through Sunday, like every day. I work at the city. I work at the Boys and Girls Club, and then we practice. So that's like literally every day. And I'm grateful for that. Because at one point we didn't have no gym, we didn't have no kids. And now that we see what's going on now, like it grew. So we got a lot of kids depending on us.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, and consistency is so important.
What you got,
right?
And I feel like to wake up and feel like somebody else is depending on me, that makes like us go harder. So, and I feel like that. When somebody call my phone, hey coach, this, that. All right, what's up? You need help with this? I can help you with that. And then we reach out to them, and we reach out to their parents, and we make sure everything is cool before we help them out, and then we just go from there.
Love it. And what's the name of the basketball team?
The Ville.
Okay.
The Ville. Yeah, so let me tell you.
About to give y'all this summer work too.
Yes, sir. I want to give y'all a little bit. I do want to give y'all a little information on the Ville, how it started. So basically, when I got back from school, I joined a AAU organization. I was new to the game, but once the season started kicking off, they was asking for $800 for each kid. I'm like, the kids that I deal with can't pay $800, So right. I had to figure out what was the next step. So, get these kids the exposure and, the things that they like to do and keep them off the street. So I had to make the own AAU team, or the Ville. We didn't have nowhere to practice. We didn't have no jerseys. We didn't have anything. We was practicing at the Key Center on open gym days.
Even at Tonsler.
Even at Tonsler Park. And then, shout out to Nick. Me and him, I work at the Boys and Girls Club, so he let me use the gym on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I really appreciate him for that.
Yeah, big time, man. And now, make sure that it doesn't go over folks' head, because this is great conversation, great stories, inspirational. But your demographic, though, like let's break that down for the folks that's listening and want to know if this is a service and a group that they can join. Or they can help out somebody.
Most definitely. Like we don't turn down no kid, you know what I'm saying? Because like any kid need help, like if you reach out or if any of the parents reach out, they mean they need help, in which I'm gonna help, because that's how I was growing up, raised up, helping. I care for the next person to make sure he reaches goals and make sure he reach where he needs to go.
Love it. And now, how do folks get in touch with you and that good stuff?
We got a website, brothersblessingscville.org. We got Brothers Blessings VA on Instagram, and you can also reach me at Raekwon Jones on Facebook.
Okay, got you. Now I gotta ask you though. So that capacity wise, though, how do y'all have it broken down to to make sure that you're able to serve right and to provide the resources that you intend to? So is there you know, like between maybe y'all two or some other folks on the team that's responsible, you know, for maybe the boys. Is it boys and girls?
It's boys and girls. Okay. So we really trying to get the structure with the boys first. Okay. Because once we have the structure for the boys, then it's gonna be easy for the girls. Because like the girls always ask me, when you gonna make a girls Brothers Blessings? I'm like, I got y'all. Like the girls Brothers Blessings. I'm like, baby girl, I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. You know, like it really do take time because you know, like we started this from scratch, like scratch, and with where it has been is like it's a blessing. You know, I thank God every day because like I was low key like, you know, tears coming on my eyes because I just couldn't figure it out. You know, and then just something clicked. And then I met with Sharina Patel, and then, you know, we had things rocking and rolling. Yeah, man. So talk a little bit more about that village. We are talking to Brothers Blessing. And tell me that website one more time.
Brothers Blessing is Seville.org.
Brothers Blessing Seville.org. All right. Y'all check that out and support them. And that, you know, but before I get to you elaborating on the importance of this village, y'all can kind of think about that because, you know, Sharita already set it off. And it sounds like, you know, there's a level of support, you know, that shouldn't go unnoticed because I think it speaks volumes to, you know, like to our young brothers and sisters who may feel like, man, my daddy ain't there or my mama ain't there or, you know, like all this mess is happening at home. But, you know, folks like Patel and Sharita are, you know, are a hallmark of we need to be here for each other. It takes a village, right? And we can look out for each other, even if that ain't my birth child. You know what I mean? Like we still uncle, we still auntie, whatever the case is. You know, yeah. So talk a little bit about that though, as far as like what that, with the village. Yeah, the importance of that.
Like honestly, like Patel, he's up every morning 6 o'clock calling me like, "Hey, what's your agenda today? Hey, we gotta do this, do that." Like, and he's really one of the only ones that really pushes me with Brothers Blessings, you know. Basically, you know, we go over a lot of things together. I know Patel since I was little, growing up. I know I've been living with Sharita before, so like knowing that they got my back and that we're close enough for me to tell them anything, that's a blessing.
Yeah, big facts. Jaquan, you got any insight on
Not really on that point, but some others I will.
Okay, that's what's up. Because you know what I mean? Like again, man, that is so inspirational on what you're saying there. Because a lot of times I think folks, young people that I talk to, when I say young teenagers or whatnot, sometimes feels like the older generation don't understand them, right? And don't like, you know, can't relate. But like you said,
we've been there.
Yeah, they've been there. And you know, sometimes we just gotta swallow that pride, you know, as tough as it may be, man.
When it comes to that point, I get on the rundown of my story. You know what I'm saying? My mom and dad won't hear. We both grew up in Garrett Square.
Gotcha.
So you know what I'm saying? Back then it's kind of worse than it is now, but it's just like it's the youngins now. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we trying to come from. We're trying to stop the violence. You know what I'm saying? Because like, not to say it's bad to say, but it's a lot of black on black crime.
Facts.
And that's not what we need. So we're trying to take the youngins, get them together. Like, come on, if we see two guys like beefing, we're gonna come together. You know what I'm saying? In the gym, we a family. Now on the outside, I don't really got nothing to do, but like I'm gonna try to help you. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we're really trying to get stuff down to. We're trying to really stop the violence, stop the black on black crime, bring them together, put them in the gym. If not even in the gym, take them to the library, take them go karting, go do something. You know what I'm saying? So we've been doing that for real. And like the start of the business, it was coming out of our pocket. No help, no nothing. So like, and we helping kids eat, need to eat a bed. We buying buses, paying for the tournament, paying for the hotels and stuff like that.
We took a kid in. He was in the 6th grade. You know, he was living with us for a little bit. You know, which which we didn't have to, but we knew that, you know, he needed the extra support.
Yeah.
And as in, like, you know, feeding him, taking him places, getting his hair cut. You know, huge. All the extra stuff that, you know, some people probably wouldn't even think about doing. And we're only 26 and 23, so, you know, like, we're young.
Love it.
And we're doing this.
Yeah. And you know what you made me think of, man? What about the collaboration across mentor groups? Because me personally, like, I feel like that's something that's needed more. And I say that because, again, like, one, you talk about capacity. Like, one group can't do it all. You just physically can't, right? And so, like, what I hate to hear sometimes is when there's one group that may be great at doing one thing, sometimes they get torn down for what they're not
We're
doing.
not doing. Yes, sir.
Like, so have y'all started collaborating like with others, to kind of try to fill those gaps, or would you be willing?
Yeah, no, we definitely want to collab for real. We collab with Abundant Life. We used to do Brothers Blessings Nights on Wednesdays, do the homework, come play the game, come get some food, bring everybody in together to, stop the crime, stop the violence, and just also be a family. I want the kids to call on me if they ever need anything, what I'm saying? I'm like your big brother, anything you need that your parents can't do, you come to me.
Love it, man. And we are talking to Raekwon and Jaquan of Brothers Blessing, and I heard you mention. I believe you said you felt like basketball was sort of like your ticket out in a way in the college.
Yeah,
stuff like that,
so honestly, I played football.
Football, okay.
Yeah, I played football. Like I said, I went to Eastern Kentucky. I've been away from my family for like 5 years. And it was good to come back after being away playing sports, because now football taught me a lot of life lessons.
As it should.
Like a lot of life lessons, like the overcoming like situations, that, life put you through. And I feel like basketball is one of the main things in Charlottesville that kids really like. Because like you got kids in the community that are really good at basketball but have no guidance, go get in the gym, let's get in the weight room, let's do your homework, like things like that they should be telling them before they even get to middle school, high school, because like, once you get to high school and them grades not right, there's no basketball, then you got to figure out what's the next step.
Yeah. And Aaron, I'm curious your take on that too, man, because I'm thinking about like finding those gifts that y'all see in young people, right?
Yes, sir.
And amongst whatever they may be going through in their perfect life, like give us some tips and some pointers. Like, how do you try to get through, like to break through that hard exterior? Because we all been there. Like I said, we mentor.
I'll be honest.
How you break through?
I'll be honest. So we can only go as hard as they want to go. It really depends on them. But we're gonna push. We're gonna push until he break. You know what I'm saying? Until he or she break. We're gonna be there every day, every second, whenever they need. We there. Like you can call us 2:00 in the morning. You need. All right, we got you.
Love it.
But it's just like we go to a certain point. Like they gotta understand the relationship. I'm not your friend. I'm your mentor. I'm like a big brother to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the other stuff, whatever you got to do on the side, I don't, you know what I'm saying? But the violence, that's with us. Your grades, that's with us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like parents call us, and well, hey, did he been disrespectful? All right, cool. We're going to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just like, this little stuff like that.
Yeah. I feel you. So do y'all see that direct correlation with young folks wanting to get out of the streets, like maybe like unaffiliate with gangs and stuff like that, as long as they have a purpose, as long as they have someone to call? We
definitely took care of kid like that, and it was going good for a while, for a good 3 months. It was going good for 3 months, and this one we just started out. You know what I'm saying? He just got out of trouble or whatever, and then he was getting into it. We was like, bro, just come with us. And then he started helping us with the AAU stuff. He started played in a couple games, and then like I say like 3-4 months after, he kind of got in trouble. Then he hit us up like, man, I was doing good, but I just got lost. This, that. I said, well, everybody deserves a second chance.
Absolutely.
Even a third. You can't paint a picture on, you know what I'm saying, on somebody that's really going through much, that doesn't have much guidance. That's how I feel. Because we didn't have much guidance, and we was doing it, and people was painting bad pictures on us. But now look at us, though. You know what I'm saying? It's not really, it's a bigger image than that.
There you go. Love it, bro. Hey, Ron. I was sitting here thinking about how we support. And this is just not us in this room, but the folks listening too. Like as far as some ways, and I want to hear, financially, right? So, and also folks who may want to mentor. Let's talk a little bit about that. And I mentioned that, Aaron, because, like I know your work with United Way and whatnot. Like we have a big local United Way. Yes, I'm calling names. I'm calling out.
I ain't local, so don't look at me.
That's why I'm going to let you talk about
it.
Yeah. About what y'all do at y'all local United Way as far as, giving back and, into community resources. But maybe, while you think about that, Aaron, maybe first, y'all can let us know about how people can support. What's the support? You need more mentors? Right, yeah. You just need the financial support? Both?
Yeah. So basically, we need the financial support, honestly. Basically, like things to take care, like jerseys. Take care, like jersey fees, tournament fees, traveling fees, because like it's not cheap, Like we take a bus or two, it's $600, like $600 for the weekend trip, like, and we have 30+ kids, so like also I feel like having a couple more mentors, maybe a couple more coaches, will actually help to bring them in more, to bring more kids in, because it's only like 5 of us running this AAU organization, and I feel like the more kids, because more kids want to come, but it's like, how do we make this a safe place for more kids to come? So we need more people to actually come help, come coach.
And so you're talking about baseline mentors on top of coach as well, because you helping kids that may not be playing ball, right?
Yeah, you're right. And with that, now that we got the organization, like my little brother, he didn't want to play basketball, but I said you can still have a purpose within the organization,
right?
So I told him, I said, listen, before the season starts, I need you to give me your purpose of what you want to do in this organization.
Love it.
And I want him to make a career with that, to going into college. If you understand what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, so say if you want to be like a cameraman or like, something that, that can build his resume up.
Yeah. Gotcha. So, Mr. Reed, I saw you step up, but Aaron, what you got on that?
No, I said, I think that, there's definitely a shortage as a person that volunteers in schools. I mean, I think I've said this multiple times, but I'll walk into a school in the middle of a day, 1:30 in the afternoon, and typically I never see a black male. I might see a black male teacher or a black male principal, but I don't see people that are professionals like myself walk into a school. And so I think, and I'm calling out the community, I think those of us that have skills and have talents in other areas, you need to volunteer those skills and talents to help these organizations. So if these brothers are doing something with basketball and you're like in finances or something like that, it don't take nothing for you to be like, yo, I'm gonna buy some subs. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna go to the park and just chop it up. We're gonna talk money. If there's a brother that knows a little bit about technology or something like that, it don't cost nobody 30 minutes but to sit down. You know what I'm saying? Right. But if everybody chips in and puts into the pot, you're going to end up getting a better pot of stew. The problem is we don't have enough people. We have a lot of people that have skills. We don't have a lot of people that like to share. And that's just my observation.
And did I hear you mention grant writing earlier as well? Have y'all started working with grant writers?
Yes, we Mr. Gilmore, yes, he's a grant writer. We've been doing I missed the background. He's been doing a lot of grant writing, reaching out to people for this business, for Ray and Jaquan organization. So, and we know that it takes time, and like you said, people, people can help, but it's just the fact like they want to know who they helping and why they're helping. And Ray and Vision is all about help. It's not really about the adults. It's really about the children. Give to the kids, they want to do stuff and they want to go on trips. And can you imagine being a child that you want to do things, but you can't because financially your family can't. So at that point, like if you're able to give and think about the child or think about your childhood, it's basically like just giving. It's God's purpose of just giving to the child. It's all going to the community and to get these kids off the streets. And just speaking on me, I know, and from my own experience, I know how it is. That's why I can also relate to right now of somebody else taking you in and taking you underneath their wing, because my mom wasn't always there, but at the end I always had a village.
There you go.
And I was brought into church, and I was always like right now being Raiden and Jaquan being humble. Is they're giving. So right now all we're asking is if you're able to help our organizations and people donate, you know what I'm saying? It don't even have, like you say, it don't have to be the money. It could be subs, it could be pizzas.
Your time,
it could be time. Come to a game.
Important. Yeah.
Come to anything, support us, you know what I'm saying? And the more support we get, the more it's the kids will see it. The love, and love is everything.
Now y'all don't just show up with some subs. Y'all got to cut some bread. Right? Don't just be bringing no $5 subs. They can use some $500. Okay, I'm gonna give them a couple donations. Because but don't play with them, y'all.
And we appreciate that. And then everything that we get is going back. And our biggest vision and for Ray is the children. That's right. It's all about the kids, and to see that smile on that child's face is the biggest blessing that you all, because we all been kids. Yeah. We've all been there, and we've all seen our parents struggle. I mean, I didn't get it easy. I don't know about anybody else, but it's about that child, and to say, oh wow. And when you see a child can move further, it helps them, it builds them because we don't know they have
Absolutely.
low self-esteem.
Yeah.
But once they start getting, you know what I'm saying, I can go to basketball things. People support me, even if the parents not there. We have this village. So
Yeah,
it starts there.
Love it. So we have been joined by brothers Blessing and it's definitely, I'm sorry, Blessing Brothers. Sorry, I get that. Yeah, Brothers Blessing. Yeah,
He just want to be a blessing, bro. He just want to be a blessing.
Just be a blessing. Yes.
Yeah. So, but with that being said, we are up against time, but I want to make sure we didn't forget anything. What are your closing words to make sure we drive the point home? Folks know how to reach out and support. And any closing words?
Definitely want to support, but you can definitely reach out. Like I said, Brothers Blessings, Seville.org. You can go on Instagram, Brothers Blessings VA, and then you can also reach out to me on my Facebook and
Your webpage.
The webpage.
We also have cards too.
And we also have cards we can give out.
Nice.
Also.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely leave some of those. Man, well, keep up the great work, y'all. And I'm looking forward, to continuing helping y'all, spread the message and supporting however we can.
Yes, and we appreciate y'all having us. It's a blessing being here. So we appreciate y'all very much.
Definitely appreciate y'all too. We're gonna keep doing what we gotta do in the community to get these kids right. I just want to say thank you to everybody that help out with Brothers Blessings, and appreciate y'all.
All right, wait, before y'all go, I got a hoop question.
Okay.
All right.
Let me hear it.
Because every team got an identity. When they play the Veil, what are they getting?
Do you really want me to answer that?
Hey, what we doing?
Hey, it's straight dogs on the court. It's a mentality, eat mentality. So basically, when you get on that court, it's to feed your family.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Love you weren't ready for that, were you?
My mentality is eat or get eaten.
Hey.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Ron, did they answer you?
Hey, don't be a puppy out there.
All right, thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.